everyone, it's Intuitive Edge. Welcome once again to my channel where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. Now that we are wrapping up 2025 and heading into the next year, 2026, I want to take a look at our year in review. Let's take a look together. When I tune in for 2025, I'm feeling like presidents, and that was plural, will die, and I'm feeling like it's U.S. presidents. As we know, former President Jimmy Carter did pass away, I believe like the 30th of December, not quite 2025. And as of the recording of this video, there's still a few weeks left in the year, but no other presidents, so. I was also hearing the word flight logs. And I'm hearing that there is going to be flight logs released, probably associated with an island. And as we know, flight logs have been a huge topic throughout the year of 2025, all things Epstein. And I'm feeling like somebody is drastically they're backpedaling and wanting to clear their name. Somebody's name shows up on the flight logs, the list that gets released. This is like around March, maybe February. Okay, so according to Grok, on February 27th, 2025, the DOJ released the first phase of declassified files related to Jeffrey Epstein, including flight logs from his private jet, along with redacted contact book, masseuse list, and evidence inventory. And it feels like this person is like, I don't know anything, nothing happened that was illegal, I didn't see anything, I didn't do anything, I'm innocent. And they're desperate to clear their name. Desperate. I got the word Paul. Like, people are gonna be freaking out. But I heard the word Paul. I did some digging on this to try to see if I could find somebody that might have been freaking out. I asked Grok if any famous people had come forward trying to say I had no wrongdoing, I was innocent. The only Paul that I could find on the flight logs, according to Grok, was Paul Mellon. He passed away in 1999, but there was some confusion on X regarding Paul Mellon being associated and something about his son, Timothy. Okay, I'm picking up on something about a corporate merger, and this is going to possibly raise a few eyebrows. People are going to possibly end up in litigation because it's going to consolidate power, and there could be some concern that there is too much consolidation and perhaps a monopoly, and it's going to cause a lot of concern. This corporate merger is going to really squish some of the little guy competition, and that is not a good thing. And it feels very one-sided, and it feels like they're getting cut in on the deal. Somebody's being bought off to approve this merger. So somebody in the government is on the take to approve this corporate merger, but it should not be approved because it's not good. It stifles competition, and it's going to really hurt. I think that Trump might call it out. He might call it out, but I think it's going to have to end up in the courts to get settled out, and whether or not it ultimately fails, it might. I don't know that it will ultimately. It's like it will go through, but then it'll get called into court and drawn out in litigation. This corporate merger. I'm getting like a T word. I'm hearing like a T, something with a T. Okay, I believe this one was all about TikTok and the takeover there. It felt very much like a merger, squeezing out the little guy, the voice of the people, ending up in the courts, all of that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that was about. There's somebody famous that I think is going to, I hear suicide, like they're gonna off themselves. Somebody famous is going to do that to themselves. It might be a singer, somebody famous, somebody that's well known. They've had issues for years, and yeah, I see people like laying wreaths and flowers at their house or somewhere in a park, or I don't know. I'm seeing people paying their respects, like fans of this person, and they're laying wreaths, they're writing notes, leaving cards and notes and memorabilia and things. I think it could be affecting the younger generations. So somebody who's a celebrity or a singer who's real popular among like Gen Z. It's younger. I see younger generation people being really heartbroken and touched about this, and it's going to bring a lot of awareness, like it always does, to suicide prevention and that kind of thing. People are going to be talking about that. Okay, I had to look this one up on Grok. In February of 2025, there was a popular young lady in Korea. Her name was Kim Se-ron, and forgive me if I said the name incorrectly. Her death very greatly affected the younger generation. Kim Se-ron was an actress, very prominent, and her death did spur a lot of awareness for suicide prevention, and also highlighting some of the pressures that are often faced by celebrities and influencer culture. Another death was very recent, as of this past December 11th, and that was Tucker Ganal. He was known as one of the nicest creators. He had many fellow influencers sharing stories of his kindness, and also renewing talk about mental health pressures that influencers face on social media. So rest in peace to both of those. Oh, I said, what else? And I'm pulling over to Iran. I see Tehran. There's a groundbreaking agreement or deal, possibly with Russia, and it's an alliance. Okay, checking with Grok on this one. In 2025, I believe it was in January, Russia and Iran signed a significant groundbreaking bilateral agreement called the Treaty on Comprehensive Strategic Partnership that was ratified in April of 2025. Okay, this one's a little vague, but I'm picturing in my mind, I'm seeing a sniper, somebody with a rifle with a scope. But I'm seeing somebody, he's got like gear on, like sniper gear. He's got the gloves that have like the fingers missing, and like a black hat, like the wool hat. And I don't know what he's shooting at or what he's looking at through the scope. But I'm feeling like he's waiting and like concealed. There could be something with ballistics testing that matches something to this sniper guy. I don't know who he shoots or what he shoots. It feels like there's other people involved. I don't think he's acting alone. Even if he's alone at the time, it's like there's somebody else that is involved, either influencing him or paying him or something. But it feels like he wants to do this, but there's somebody on the periphery that knows about it, that could be implicated if they pay attention. But ballistics testing is going to be key to solving whatever this is that happens. I'm hearing shootout at a public square or public market, and I just see like panic and people like running in all directions. Something about a public place. It's like broad daylight. I was picking up on somebody in tactical gear and ballistics being key. The broad daylight, something happening, causing a crowd to disperse in all directions. I think that's what I saw there. So, what else for 2025? I'm picking up, I just saw like a rock slide or a mudslide. This is international, so some maybe in East Asia or possibly South America. I'm trying to tune into where that is, but it's like a big rock slide, mudslide. There could be casualties, or it could like devastate like a village. Yeah, I see humanitarian relief going to that area. I think it's from heavy rains in the area. Okay, also from Grok. On May 28th of 2025, there was a massive landslide in Blatten, Switzerland, that buried about 90% of a village. There was only one casualty because they were able to evacuate the village ahead of time. There was another massive landslide in Sudan, one of the deadliest in recent history, caused by heavy rains. An estimated 375 to 1,500 deaths. There was also on August 5th in Dharawali village in India, there was a mudslide and flash flood that prompted large-scale rescue and relief operations. And in October through December, there have been landslides sweeping away villages reported in Nepal, Indonesia, and Sri Lanka. I'm seeing a small airplane, and I think it has something like a wing issue, a wing break off. It's almost like the airplane has an issue with the wing and it just kind of drops out of the sky. I don't think people survive. Yeah, it kind of drops like from like 10,000 feet, like boom. Checking in with Grok again. On November 11th, there was a Turkish Air Force airplane that experienced a wing detach with the wing box failure, which crashed in eastern Georgia, killing all 20 souls on board. There was also the cargo plane November 4th in Louisville, Kentucky, which had a left engine detach from the wing, which resulted in a crash. Okay, in other news, I'm hearing Reddit. Reddit is going to be, someone on Reddit is going to uncover or stumble onto something, and a thread on Reddit is going to, it's going to either uncover or prevent something from happening, uncover something that's going on, and somebody's going to be credited for figuring something out, and it's going to happen on Reddit. Something big is going to be uncovered. It's actually kind of humorous, sort of, like you would never expect this person to. There's a little funny kind of twist. I don't think the subject matter is funny, but there's a twist that kind of makes it kind of funny. Maybe it's like some amateur, stumbles onto some big thing and kind of makes a name for himself. Okay, what else? I'm focusing in on Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, and I start laughing. I don't know why, but I'm laughing. And I'm seeing Elon trolling, doing something hilarious. I'm not sure what he does. If there's something he's probably going to uncover, and it's going to be funny. It has world leaders raising their eyebrows. This is funny, guys. Again, I don't know what it is. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling. I'm feeling laughter. I'm seeing world leaders going, and Elon Musk just roaring with laughter. I don't know what they get their hands on, but it's going to be funny. So checking in with Grok, I had to ask. My question was, in 2025, was there something humorous regarding Elon Musk and his findings with Doge? And Grok answered yes. There was humorous elements surrounding Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency in 2025, primarily tied to the international meme-inspired naming and some absurd discoveries of the government efficiency that Musk highlighted in a lighthearted or ironic way. One certain finding that was amusing or absurd enough to share publicly on X, Musk pointed one standout example was the discovery of federal retirement paperwork processed in an underground limestone mine known as Iron Mountain in Pennsylvania, where workers manually handled millions of manila envelopes, limiting retirements to $10,000 per month. Musk described it as a time warp and ridiculous inefficiency, posting photos and mocking the archaic system on X. He also highlighted zombie payments, which were automatic recurring payouts without verification, claiming that Doge stopped between $100 to $200 billion annually in wasteful spending, often framing these as comically nonsensical. These revelations were presented by Musk with his signature sarcasm, but they went viral as examples of bureaucratic absurdity. As for raising eyebrows among heads of state, nothing specific on that from Grok, with the initiative being largely a U.S. domestic affair with Musk's meme-style approach, amusing his base more than alarming global leaders. So there you have it, folks, the hot takes from 2025, featuring what we saw intuitively here at Intuitive Edge. All right, everyone, stay tuned, for I will be doing soon the upcoming global predictions for 2026. You don't want to miss it. See you in the next video. Bye for now.